Ryan, I think over time you've become less patient.
Oh, absolutely.
And, less...
No, see, here's the thing. All my
Less
patience is going to other places.
What, like your kids?
Yes, they expend all of it.
So by the time you get to work, you're like, this sucks.
It's all gone, yeah. I have none left. You guys get the short end of the stick. Sorry. My patience is done.
In the past, when I had a problem with my computer, I'd like freak out for a bit, couldn't figure it out. Unplug a keyboard, plug it back in. And then I'd just be like, Ryan, come and help me fix this. And now he's just like...
It's a super, super fast game type, but it's also very reliant on hearing a door open because there's only so many doors.
Or even like footsteps. You can hear the footsteps, like, oh shit, like someone's real close to me. He's like,
It's
stay in here.
a fucking great
Here's the
game.
thing, we're talking over the sound of the game all the time anyway. You can't hear the game.
Yeah, you can. We have
All
dialogue,
I can hear
Ryan.
is this right here. That's all I hear.
You can turn it down.
This is what it...
You know what's worse than a fart? One of those proper things.
Oh, I actively avoid shit like that. Like I literally have my sealed box that I'm like, I'm not throwing it at anyone. I'm just keeping it here because I don't want to get in the middle of this shit.
Don't start no shit. Won't be no shit.
Exactly. And so yesterday I'm just sitting at my desk, looking at some stuff. I think I was like researching some shit for a game.
We're listening to some Hall & Oates.
Listening to some Hall & Oates, and all of a sudden, one whips past my monitor and catches me right under my eye, and explodes under my eye.
They spark and throw the contents of the little package, so it's like it's really jarring.
Yeah, and so it like hit me right in the face, and it was just like, what the fuck just happened? And then I look over, and Gavin and Jeremy are like, oh, like they instead of laughing, were like, oh fuck.
Yeah, Jeremy was trying to hit the back of your monitor, and missed, and got you straight under the eye, and he was just like.
He missed a 27-inch monitor from 3 feet away.
He really did.
I have a question.
Why do you have red eyes?
Where's my face?
What?
I don't have a face.
It's all known.
You have
basically.
a face. You just don't have eyes or a mouth.
Your
face is there. It's just
the base face.
Yeah.
So that's pretty badass.
Australia. Are you going to be in Australia on Friday?
Yes.
In the morning?
Yes.
Okay. How do you feel about being a lab rat on immersion? Shoot down there. You want to do that?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Confirmed.
Immersion lab rat. Oh yeah, have fun in Australia, you son of a bitch.
Thank you.
We're being replaced.
I get to go to Australia.
I hate you.
And I'm happy that I get to step on all of your backs to do it. I'll climb a ladder of your sadness.
I flew to London one time for an Assassin's Creed thing, and Gavin's like, find the bulkhead, sit there. I was like, okay. So I found it was an exit row. I'm like, oh, exit row, great. And I
remember this conversation.
right up against the window.
Exit row isn't bulkhead.
I know. But I was like, exit row, that has to be great. Right up against the window. And so I'm like, okay, great. I walk in the plane, and the way it works was the exit row, the exit door actually juts into the plane a little bit. So like my seat went forward and then turned in and then went back out again. So my knee literally couldn't fit behind that bin.
What the fuck?
So and then also the arms were like the solid arms. So I'm like wedged in here like this. And I paid for the luxury of being wedged in. So I paid like $60 to be like, okay, cool.
He texted me. I was like, why'd you get that seat?
Yeah. If you were a child or Gavin, like you can fit. But yeah, thank God there was no one next to me. It was like me and then an empty seat and then another dude, and like we're just like, thank Christ no one was there, because that would have been my nightmare. It would have been 9 hours of me just like just hating life.
Netherlands sucks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But you had a rough one.
Comparatively, I was more talking about just the physical layout of the plane and the amenities. The actual trip, not bad.
The fat German dude who put his thumb on my screen and put his gut on my arm. Yeah.
That guy got
the same guy.
Yeah, the same guy that got Gavin.
the both of you.
God damn.
He kept trying to take my phone and I was fingering your screen.
That is fucking incredible. You mentioned that before, but long story short, the guy just sat next to you and he kept asking to use your fucking phone.
He did a thing, I've already told it, he did a thing where he like pulled up his armrest, allowing him to spill onto my side with his legs. So I was like, I was basically sitting next to a human exit door, and then he was like, let me call my wife. And I was like, God damn it.
Give it.
So in the end, I ended up sat in the because I think it was 2, 5, and 2. I sat in the middle of the 5 because that
just
was
to
a
get
better
away from
seat
him.
than this fat dude.
Yeah, and then that guy got up and walked over. Like I guess he knew the person sitting next to me because I was in the middle, and like, or I think it was 2, 4, and 2 is what it was. And so there was like a couple sitting to my left, and I was right on the aisle. And then that fat dude is like he came over and like put his gut on my arm and put his hand on the seat in front of me and literally had his thumb on my screen.
Also, too, like
while he was talking to someone, I'm like looking at him and looking at her and just like. Are you?
Let's
am I
put
being?
into
Where's Ashton?
perspective, too.
Where's Ashton?
When Jack says it was a fat dude, he was a big guy.
He was a big guy.
Look, that
was
was
a
your
big
chance.
boy.
You should have just given him your seat and gone and sat next to Gavin.
Because his arm was trapped under
Yeah,
the
I was pinned in. How to like swim through the guys.
My favorite part, and I've said this before, my favorite part about that whole video, like the Archie Life or whatever the hell it was, just an extra video that got cut of me getting tased, is when Gavin hands you the gun and he goes, "Are you nervous?" And you're like, "No, I'm not getting shot."
I was nervous. I wasn't even involved.
I mean, the worst that happens to him is he misses.
Yeah.
Or he kills me.
I
But then
mean,
it's like,
think
I
about it
agreed
this
to
way:
it.
if I didn't hit you, I was gonna hit Matt or Jeremy. Either way,
Yeah,
it's all good
definitely
for me.
not you, for sure.
It's going away from me.
Absolutely going to go through the
So
person
what you're
in the
saying,
middle.
we should get a taser that
Yeah.
fires like 9 probes. And see what happens. Like a shotgun.
If you want to take that,
no,
I'll shoot that
Yeah, well,
one.
yeah.
and
If you
then
do
swap
9
up.
probes, so that's in parallel instead of in series.
Yeah. That was a great cut.
No,
Whoever
that makes
was
sense.
it just cut to Gavin going.
They know me very
I can
well.
I can see the cogs
I
going.
used-
This. You
Oh,
see
here
the
we
movie
go.
Powder, right?
Oh yeah.
You know at the end of Powder, when he takes off his shirt and he's running through the
Yeah,
field,
yeah.
and he goes zzz, and he ascends to a higher plane.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel bad for
I'm in the
Albano.
process of ascending.
So
to a higher plane
you're
right
basically
now.
you're gonna shave off your eyebrows and your hair and everything and go running.
Yeah, didn't the director of that movie end up being a pedophile?
Was it
I think
something
he
like
went to
that?
jail right after that. Creepy.
So it's like
He's
I'm not
already
a
shaved
pedophile.
off his eyebrows.
yeah. So you're powder. Got it.
Jeff's eyebrows have been vanished.
Well, his eyebrows have been shaved off by time.
I'm
Yeah.
life shaped that up. I'm too important now for the
Work that you started.
Podcast, Achievement Hunter,
Menial-
Mr. Chief,
The
anything?
run-of-the-mill, day-to-day grind.
Listen,
Yeah.
I got a lot of.
He
the
basically
content.
walked in one day, looked at us, and went, ugh.
Yeah. It's like,
I looked and went, nope.
He went like
Yeah.
this. It's been real.
yeah.
At least
right.
Ray was kind enough to say, "I quit." Jeff just kind of comes and goes.
Yeah. He was like, nah. Oh,
Jeff's going, Ryan's going. We have to do laser team shit, and nobody likes Jack.
Yeah.
That's basically.
Also,
That's
Jack's
it.
been 17 times
I've
already.
been twice. Three times.
Bullshit.
Yeah,
Twice my
you
house.
brought back an immigrant.
Yeah,
with
you brought Bat an immigrant.
Ryan, you say that your flubs are directly related to thumb
Wrong.
fraction.
See, I was
Wrong.
using my thumb on my chin. I was
Ryan,
actually-
bollocks, the newest.
Oh,
Gavin
it's
brought
gonna
this
get you
up.
kicking my chin.
Gavin started talking about the newest RT No Do Words Good.
Yeah.
And
No
it's
Do Words Good.
90% you,
Yeah.
and half of them is you on the patch,
Yeah.
doing nothing but talking,
You
not
flub.
playing
I
anything.
barely ever flub on the patch.
Bullshit!
that's a
Watch the
lie.
video
Barely.
because
That's
it
a
is
lie.
just like an orchestra of chaos.
When you make one every week, that's a lot of content from which to pull flubs.
but it's
okay?
just you.
If only we made
Everybody
content
fucks
once
up
a
words.
week in
You
a
guys do
Achievement
it all
Hunter.
the time.
Yeah, but you're the only one who says it's related to your thumbs, and your thumbs are free as a bird right
We
now.
don't fuck up anywhere near the level.
Oh,
of Ryan.
Are we gonna get you?
I would argue
wager-
that you do actually.
I would wager that the four of us fuck up
Combined?
less
Combined,
than you.
yeah.
I would
Fucking
go-
Gavin fucked up his own name the other day when he was
He's
introducing us.
dumb.
That wasn't a. Well, yeah. I'll tell you that one. I said I was Jack.
What?
What
I think
said?
that's
was like-
worse.
No, yeah, I said Ryan and I did fails of the week, and I said hi, it's Ryan and Jack. I'm just so used to Jack's name being in fails.
Ryan, No Do Words Good.
No, you don't know to do work good.
So I'm going to Australia with Ryan.
Yeah.
When you're going with Ryan,
You've known about this for a while.
Are you talking about Achievement Hunter? You're going with Ryan and Lindsay.
Yay.
What a party.
Oh, which by the way, this is the perfect time that the two of you are here. Lindsay's not here, and don't show up. It wasn't an invitation. You two and Lindsay will be off topic next week in Australia.
Not that camera.
It wasn't.
Oh wait, so I'm
in Australia.
internet up
I
there.
said to Little Jay, like, listen, Little Jay,
Deep web.
Ryan doesn't show up. You might have to be on the podcast 2 weeks in a row. I wanted to give him a break, and he was like, yeah, I appreciate it, but I got some editing to do, so why don't you use Trevor? And I'm like, so use the editor?
Editing full time.
Like, he's a full-time editor.
Goddamn.
Hey,
Jack
Vaughn, you want to come on the podcast?
Hey, Devon. What'd she say?
She said no.
She
Jack.
said yes,
She
absolutely.
said,
I told you they were all here.
She said, Jack, you're
Oh.
fired.
Oh.
Stitches get stitches.
Did she leave?
Yeah.
Is that what you thought?
Ready to just like fast switch it when it runs out?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a keg.
I looked back there the other day, I was like, how do we get the beer from the fridge? I was like, is there some sort of special device? No, it's just a hole in the fridge.
Yeah.
A pipe coming through.
Keg,
Cat's
hose,
like the kegerator. That's
hole
what
in
it
the
is.
wall, tap.
When I need like tool advice, I just go to Griffin. Like she's got everything.
That's
She
smart.
knows how to cut a hole through
Man,
anything.
can I say,
Jeff's heart as well.
Well, that's vicious. Yeah, slop sink. That's true. You know, basements, big thing on the East Coast. Yeah. Jeremy knows.
I got one. I had one.
Had one. You had one. You sold it. Now you don't have
didn't
one.
have a slop sink.
That's where you bathe the children, right?
You can do that.
Yeah.
Children,
The bad
dogs,
children.
wives.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. So I.
When I bought my house, the guy goes, these swinging doors to the kitchen, that's not breakaway glass. You ever break that glass, you're gonna fuck yourself up. And I was like, who's gonna break glass?
You!
I did.
Was that this one?
I have a scar for the rest of my life.
Sorry. Left hand.
Left-handed.
You were like,
I-
I'm lefty. Got to use left hand.
I had a thing in my old house, in my old office, where I don't know if it was mold, but I had one carpet mushroom.
That's not good.
That's real bad.
I'll
Just
say-
like when it rained,
Unless it was shiitake, and then you're fine.
when it rained, one mushroom like came up and then just like bloomed in the middle of the carpet. I was
That's
like, huh.
fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah.
And I just
Did you smoke it?
I just chopped it off, and when it rains again, it comes up.
You also had death stairs.
This is your
too,
old
right?
house
You had
or
stairs
new
that just
house?
burst
This is
into
why in my old
flames.
house.
Okay.
God knows
Oh,
how many mushrooms are in there now.
Yeah.
He's like a psycho trying to keep her
Oh, so
like
she's trying to
captive,
find out if
and
the
she's
world
trying
is-
to find out if the world's really ended or not.
Hello?
Yeah. Did you hear that dial
Yeah.
tone?
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
Maybe we lost connection to the internet.
She's trying. She's calling for
Dial
help.
up
Goodbye.
again.
You've got mail. Anyway.
It's like, Mom, get off the phone. I'm doing a podcast.
Ah, damn it.
People like grapes.
Down.
People need salt.
People like grapes.
Yeah.
I've heard that.
Gavin was shocked at hearing something he said before.
How dare you? How dare you say that?
Who the fuck would say that?
Jeff, you're it's like, do we owe you money for how long you've been here?
I did not
Yeah.
anticipate coming and hanging out this long. I just wanted to get a little drink.
I know for a fact you
Get me
even
there.
told us, like, I'll come by for like 2 seconds.
Yeah,
but
I
don't
feel
I was just
expect
like,
me to
I'm just
stay.
gonna get a
Fuck
drink.
you, and then you left.
I feel like new busy guy ain't so busy.
Yeah.
Do you think he just like goes and stands in a closet and just like
just
fucking
shuts
powers
the door.
down?
He just takes
sits
his
there?
briefcase and takes You should start having a briefcase.
Oh, dude, I can make a funny joke.
You put crackers in there.
I know. As soon as I said it, I was like, Jeff's gonna. He won't.
Yeah.
It's live.
You're
but
welcome.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. I just didn't throw Gavin under the bus
Aw.
in a huge way.
Gavin
Give,
have a
give him
briefcase?
one every now
In
and
a
again.
huge fucking way. You suck.
What? I didn't do anything.
Because I can't talk about your fucking.
Whoa.
Don't start with the you can't talk about Gavin now. Now the speculation begins.
Yep, there
I
we
could see it
go.
in Gavin's eyes.
So you're gonna be a father.
Jeff
oh,
knew.
shit. Sorry.
Yep. I know everything about it.
There's gonna be all these Gavin in the briefcase, like fucking.
Yeah, what's going on?
Jeff always puts Gavin in a briefcase. He doesn't want to
Briefcase
go in.
has nothing to do with anything.
Don't put baby in the briefcase.
It's like Pulp Fiction. It's just like, what is in the fucking briefcase? We have to know.
Briefcase is the gold light inside.
Fucking Bruce Willis gonna show up. With a
I know what's in the
katana.
briefcase, but I can't say it.
Is Meg pregnant?
Wait, the mic's there! Don't whisper anything!
Some real Gavin worry.
Well, go and you whisper in my ear over there.
Fucking A.
Jesus.
Man, nobody gets more uppity about shit being said than Gavin in
Yeah.
content. In this,
There's a reason.
or Let's Play.
It's true.
There's a reason. It's because you're uppity.
You like keeping secrets. That's
It's
the
like
reason.
Gavin's so-and-so family member named, and he's like, oh, cut it, no one knows I have a family, cut it. You mentioned my brother, cut it.
It's true.
Family.
So?
My brother, George, who's not his actual name, cut
My
it.
favorite thing about George, my brother George, is that his.
Who's not named George.
George.
I was
Yeah.
asking him this the other day. His real name's Johnny. And
Oh,
I would say
This is live.
Censor that shit.
I would say,
My brother's name is.
I
Yeah.
would say like maybe he has like 500 people who know him in real life. 500
Okay.
friends. He's very popular.
That's a lot of people.
That is a
That
lot.
is a shitload of people.
Well, that's
But-
why your parents like him.
But 125 million people think he's called George, and that's what I love. Is that to the world he's George. If he
Until
googles
now.
George
Not now.
Free, loads of results. If he googles his actual name, nothing comes up.
I'm too busy.
Jesus Christ. I can smell that from here.
Ryan's
Yeah,
getting
You
a
can
little-
smell it from a foot away?
Yeah, this is the stuff. That's like,
Those things don't have that much odor.
What kind of nose are you got going on there? Wow!
Jeff, it's right in my face.
Fucking superhuman.
Ryan's like the $6 million man.
No, he's like Dolph Lundgren.
That's
Yeah,
far enough away.
he's got a nose
Your
for crime.
average smell isn't going to translate.
The candle?
I walked by, not the, all right, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Jeff.
No,
Sure,
no,
why
go
not?
ahead.
Sure, why not? Go ahead.
Interrupt the story.
Steve-O, right there.
That's cool.
I've been waiting.
Be my
I walked
guest.
by earlier
Sure.
today, and I heard Meg ask if she could pee on Ryan.
No, yeah. I
wanna know what's
kept
up with that.
saying it. They were
She
talking
didn't
about golden
ask.
showers.
She didn't ask. She said it was medically
demanded.
required.
she shed.
She said, can I
She
pee on
said
you?
it was medically required.
Which
piss
got
on
me
her?
thinking,
No, for her to piss
I'm
on
connecting the dots. Gavin's into golden showers.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So
That's
you
what
got golden
that's what I've gotten
showers
to.
and fingers in the butt?
Yeah. Gavin's into some weird
doubling
shit.
down, dude.
There was
That's a piss.
So,
To be honest, if
Little
Gavin was
Jay's-
on the plane, he would be way up at the front.
It's true.
Are you hitting on Jeremy now?
Thanks, Ted.
Relationship's not quite over yet.
Okay.
Never.
Oh, dude.
Thank God.
Never.
Fucking Lady Roomba's broken.
What?
Dude, well, they bought that new Roomba
Bye,
that
Meg.
controls with the
Bye.
phone. That's your opportunity to get
So I
it.
took her
It's
apart.
only $1,000.
She runs around and she fucking for 3 days. She cleaned the house and I went to empty her trap and it was empty.
Dude.
She's not picking anything up.
She's my
driving,
mom-
but
She's driving, but she's not sucking.
She's doing the mileage.
I don't know.
Maybe-
I don't know what
maybe-
you need.
bitch.
You need to switch her from blow to
Yeah,
suck.
exactly.
I brought Mr. Roomba down to clean the downstairs.
teach
because
her a
it's way
lesson.
more important. but then I was like, oh, I'll just take her apart, and I'm sure there's like a suck mechanism. I was like, there's a suck mechanism I can
Ryan's
pull
never
out.
flubbed that badly, I tell you that.
Epics.
And I took her all apart, and I can't find what makes Roomba suck.
Imagine some sort
Yeah.
of motor that spins.
I got all kinds of
Dude.
spin, all kinds of stuff.
I was
Nothing,
telling-
nothing that sucks.
I was telling-
and so I'll put her back together, but I have no faith that I mean, I cleaned
So-
her. There was shit in places.
Why don't you just tape a vacuum to it?
Our
Put a
You've
bottle of
established.
whiskey on its head, and it can just be a bottle server.
Well,
Well, I was gonna say, I don't
Yeah,
know
or
if
put
you
an icon
have
on
this.
it.
I
On occasion, she will bring me whiskey.
My
Did you guys talk about how
just for the
Gavin
fucking
tried to use his fame to get a free Roomba in a day?
we didn't talk about it, no. But
It's ridiculous to spend $1,000 on a basically
It's-
a $400 Roomba.
it's not ridiculous. It's
No,
not.
it's
It's
ridiculous.
not though.
It's ridiculous.
It's better.
I see all these vloggers. They get free stuff because they're vloggers and all this stuff. So I was like, I mean, I have like, I don't know, more Twitter followers than most people who own Roombas. How? So I was like, I'm gonna see if I can use this number and I'll get like the best Roomba. And then they told me to do one.
But the best part about that
Which you
is
deserve.
Gavin's DM was something like, eyeing that model. I don't know what number it was.
That
He was
model's
like,
eyeing me up.
eyeing that super expensive Roomba. Why don't you slap it my way? Dead silence.
Nice. Well, I don't want to say like, hey,
That was
give
like-
me a Roomba.
It was like new
That's
Roomba
what
in
you
it.
said. That's what you meant.
Oh yeah, it is what I meant.
I didn't want to say what I meant.
$1,000 on a Roomba.
Like a Roomba deserves a break, right? I don't make my
Yeah.
Roomba work 7 days a week.
I don't- yeah.
My Roomba's not a slave.
My downstairs Roomba, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Clean the house today. Little Roomba.
oh, dude, you put 3 days a week?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh, my
Yeah.
Roomba's work 6 days a week.
I know.
I get one day off. I
I
get
get
Sundays
time
off.
off.
Like a robot breaks.
Roomba's
Or no, actually, they get Saturdays off. My Roomba's get Saturdays
When
off.
I'm there
'cause
on
they
the
go drinking on
weekend,
Friday
when
night.
I'm there on the weekend, don't bother me. It's like being at a hotel and I put like the do not disturb
What
sign
time do you
on.
turn your wife does something? I don't know if you
Jeremy,
guys
take
ever
my chair.
experience this. My wife does this thing where like Roomba will be annoying to her and she doesn't
Yeah.
want to hear it or whatever. So
just turn
she'll
it
just she turns it upside down.
Oh!
So then like and I don't always see it.
flipping a turtle.
Yeah, it is like flipping a turtle. Yeah. So I don't always see it, and then at some point she'll like if the battery will die after a day or two, and then she'll like turn it back and plug it back in. So then its fucking clock is off.
Oh, yeah.
So then Roomba go off at like 1 in the morning, and she's like, "You goddamn Roomba did it again!" And I'm like, "It's because of you. You did it to Roomba. It's not Roomba's fault."
did it to Roomba.
Did I tell you about this, the time when I came back to the studio when I was still living in there and my Roomba was upside down and wet?
And you had no idea how.
No idea why. I assume it
probably went in there.
like I assume it like tripped on a wire and like drove up it, flipped over, and like it'd also been in the shower a little bit earlier.
It's like, what are you doing? Like, Roomba's throwing parties midday, just passed out. It's like, oh,
Speaking of,
God.
I was mentioning the dog and the cat. Fucking the cat,
The leg?
little Ruby.
Yeah.
She has, I think, broken her tail.
Oh, no.
It happens.
yeah.
It's bones. and
She's
shit.
been hissing at us a lot lately when we try to pick her up and stuff, and I thought maybe we should kill her. You know? That she's just like,
What?
you gotta pet the
That
cat.
went 0 to 100 immediately.
I go to pet the cat, and she
Well,
goes, you know, and it's like, fuck you.
Well, you're gonna die.
Yeah, it's like,
it does on this new level. This new level, they mix shit that you're not supposed to mix.
You-
just,
I'm breaking all the rules, man.
Yeah.
5 year ago, Jeff would hate you right now.
5 years.
5 years ago, Jeff was
go,
not
Jeff.
at the level that
Yeah.
Gavin.
5 years ago, Jeff was still wearing the shirt in the field, just like picking flowers. He hadn't started the run yet. If it wasn't for me, this
Yep.
loser would still be in fucking Corpus Christi sucking AT&T's dick. Instead,
That was
he
here.
lives in Austin and he's sucking AT&T's
No, that
dick.
was in.
That's true. I'm standing there going to the bathroom. I walk in. There's already a guy standing there. He leaves. Another person comes in. I'm just doing the look straight ahead, don't acknowledge who's next to me. So I don't know who it is. I finish using the bathroom. I flush. I go to the sink. I'm washing my hands. And then Jack just starts talking to me like, oh, shit, it was Jack next to me. I didn't even know it was Jack. And he's just like, God damn it, man. And I'm like, what's up? And he's like, that fucking Trivial Pursuit. And he's just hitting his head on the wall of the bathroom.
All that
Done.
matters, just getting to that final round.
It's just maybe
In
what
the
happened.
middle of that story, I was reminded that I farted in your Advil today.
I I saw him.
We were talking about that earlier.
I don't want to say anything.
Headache in future. I'm gonna take a.
How does that work? So like your
Now you
headache
just
goes
gotta
away,
think
but you
about
get a
it.
stomach ache?
I
How does
stuck
that
it
work?
way up in my butthole. Griffin's the same way. Like she's so fucking straight for Rickman.
Yeah.
And and she was on a plane. She got off the plane. I had to tell her. She got off the plane. I'm like, I got some bad news for you. Rickman's dead. And she was like, crushed. And then I was like, oh, by the way, the school rejected Millie's science project that we already did. And she was like,
No video
I'm gonna
allowed.
burn it down. And Rickman, we forgot about Rickman very quickly.
No video
That's
allowed.
good.
And then I got yelled at like this for like 7 hours.
Yeah.
I'm still dealing
Yeah.
with that.
The lips are coming out of the phone. barking
Griffin
at
said,
you.
she goes, you're going to have to take care of this because if I get involved, you know what's going to happen. And Millie still has 2 semesters left at that school.
I'm gonna cut a bitch at the school. That meant.
Yeah, she's like the Grim Reaper. I watched her destroy a woman in parent-teacher conference because Millie got a 3 instead of a 4 in one subject.
Did you see that fucking? I know you saw it because I showed it to you. But there's that picture that I sent my nephew. The achievement.
Oh, he's like all rolled up in the blanket?
Yeah, it's like a little
His
baby.
binky?
It's funny because it's a baby in a blanket, and it says Achievement Hunter. And it's also funny because it's like he's a baby, and we're like, "Fuck you, cunt." You know, like that's Achievement Hunter. And then you got
the
a baby.
videos.
You got a baby. I didn't say that to my
Not
nephew.
the baby.
But he wouldn't understand it anyways. That's fine. I'll tell him he's a cunt. But it's like, that's the baby that everyone thought was mine and Lindsay's. Too.
Yeah, yeah.
But I tweeted a picture of it.
Treat kids like adults. I mean, I don't call Millie a cunt,
Yeah.
but I've
I remember
never
when
say
she was
that to
like
her.
being a kid, like swinging on a railing in London, and
Yeah.
you're like, hey, stop being a prick, let's go. And all the English parents were like,
Ooh, with their prems.
yeah, with their parents.
You're not so much behavior, just in general of Millie. Your current thing is just like she's such an asshole
She can be an
because
asshole.
of you.
Yeah.
She
naturally.
gets
He's like, I don't know what happened. It's like,
Yeah,
look
he's
at
like,
you. Jesus.
I
She's
just
so sarcastic.
I just
like-
didn't think
like-
she was listening.
It's
Millie
like,
and I had a moment 2 days ago. Like Griffin's been gone, right? So we had a moment where we were having a conversation, and we were. That's exactly right. And I was like, we had an always sunny moment where like when the gang buys a boat, we're like. We were both like, are you? I can't even tell. Are you being sarcastic to me? And she's like, I don't know. Are you being sarcastic to me? And I'm like, I don't know. And I'm like, I couldn't tell if we were fighting, and she couldn't tell, and we were both just like, we were just assholing each other, and for no reason. And we couldn't. We were like, we called it truce. We were just like, I was just like, I've
That's
lost.
amazing.
I was like,
She's
I've lost the
only like-
thread, and she's like, yeah, let's just.
That's like,
watch
I
this.
She's
can-
only 10.
Yeah.
I could take a mirror and just be
Yeah.
like, "Hey Jeff, here's Millie," and just put it right in front of him and be like, "God damn it, Millie!" It's like you are the
What's up,
same
Millie?
person. Like it's
Well,
shocking.
according to Xbox VR.
Yeah.
So exactly, like
That's
all,
also
the,
true.
all of the terrible stuff that you did as a younger person,
I hope she
like
doesn't
messing
do
with
any of
people.
that.
If
Oh,
she does it
God.
though, do you even have the right to be mad?
No.
Is that Millie throwing rocks on I-35?
I got kicked out of.
throwing the
I don't think
dummy
she.
over
I
the
don't think she would
overpass.
do it. But
Batson.
I did get
Yeah.
kicked out of a Taco Bell
son.
on the drag because I threw.
He was pretty bad.
I threw a burrito at a security guard and hit him in the face. And it split on his face.
But why?
He told us to keep it down.
Asshole.
valid reason.
I was a bit of
Valid
a prick
reason.
when I was a kid.
How
I
old
was
were you when you did that?
19?
Wow,
Kid, yeah.
fuck you.
Also,
Was.
right? Everything's dirt. We're all from dirt, right?
No,
from
we're not.
stars.
We're not
Wait,
from dirt.
what? Carbon?
Well, I mean,
No,
all
you
food
didn't
comes
know,
out of the damn
But
ground.
we're not food.
Converted
Yeah.
to
We're
dirt.
not
No,
food.
we're not dirt.
For somebody we might be.
We're sun
We're
and
not.
dirt.
We're not from dirt. We don't come from dirt. There's no
Some of
dirt
dirt.
involved.
Everything comes out of the ground.
We don't. No, we come out of other people.
We eat that stuff.
I know,
What's
but
the
we
percentage
don't.
of sun to dirt ratio per person?
Sun on the dirt makes food. We eat sun and dirt.
Jeff,
Sun
That's
on
why
the
humans are
we're
flower.
all dirt.
Sun on the
There's
dirt
some
makes
elements
food.
of what you're saying that is true.
I think we just
Like,
got a new gap.
The elements is true, or they are true. God damn.
Wow, this is chaos. Sun
This
on the dirt
podcast-
makes food.
Sun
podcast
plus
isn't
dirt
good.
equals food.
This is a good
We're
one.
food.
I hold you to a
I said
higher
right
standard.
things.
I hold you to a higher
I'm
standard.
replaying in my head. I didn't say anything wrong. What's your
let's
problem?
go back to it.
You were-
Stop.
You said some of the elements is true.
Are.
You didn't say are. You said is.
You said it is. That's why you
Oh, did
yelled
I?
at you.
It's only because I respect you more and I hold you to a higher standard than these idiots. So when you fail, it hurts me.
Wait, I'm confused. Wait, I'm not gonna be.
The fucking electrician and the idiot.
What about it?
You were never gonna be a fool.
I have a degree in film.
I know.
I know. It's not a real degree.
See, Jeff, I did right though.
You actually does have a
I
point.
didn't
It's not a
try.
real degree.
I didn't try
can
at all.
serve coffee in
I
LA if
graduated
I
high
wanted
school and I
to.
What were you
quit.
gonna do with your degree?
I'm so
movies.
proud that you did graduate high
Really?
school.
Yeah.
You thought you were gonna make movies with a film degree?
Yes.
Eh. No.
What?
You don't make movies with a
I'm with
degree.
Flips.
Yes, what?
No.
What degree do you make movies with?
No degree.
No degree. There's no degree.
You
that
take
make
the
movies
money
with.
you were gonna spend
You're
on an
artist
education.
if you make movies.
And you make a movie.
I learned how to edit when I was in college. I learned it from taking
You can
classes.
edit a movie.
Yes, you
You can
learn all
edit
the
a
aspects
movie.
of editing movies.
not gonna
Do you know how
make
much
the movie.
equipment costs? You go to college, you can use the equipment from the school to make movies. You get practice. God damn it! Where's the movie?
What happened here?
magic.
This is fucking incredible.
Have you ever
Look
seen
at
this before?
No,
What's
I
that
didn't-
fucking this right here?
That's
This
that's an 8th grade
Let me-
magic
let me-
trick.
This is a film degree at work.
Let me
That
ask
is.
also. This is. And the snake was like, "Fuck you!" Like he was flailing all over the place. Didn't give a fuck about the needle. With that cotton swab, he was having a fit.
Animals never know when you're trying to help them.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
my,
yeah.
my brother was like, "Fucking idiot." I'm helping you. Shut up. And he's
Yeah.
like, hang on, let me take him over here for a minute. And he like walks away and the snake's just going like this.
Yeah,
My cat did that. He got his claws stuck through the welcome mat, so he spent the day like walking around with a mat attached to him. And I came home and I was like, "You're an idiot. Let me get that off." And he was like, I was like, "Do you want the mat on you forever? I'll leave it."
When one of the days when we were gonna because my brother has a basement and we were giving the snake its shots in the basement, and I have 2 young nephews who are 8 and 5, and one day we were telling my nephew Parker, the 5-year-old, and I was like, we're gonna go give actually it was right after we gave him the shots, and we were like, Parker, Uncle Dave has the snake downstairs, and he's like, no he doesn't, and we're like, yeah, it's downstairs in the corner. Do you want to come see it? Like, it's in the cage, you can come look at it, it's not gonna get you or anything. He's like, I'm gonna bring the wrecking ball. And he has like this toy that's like a big snake, but he literally carried it like a wrecking ball. There's maybe this 5-year-old walking down the stairs holding it over his shoulder. So we go to the office where it is, and it's in the corner and had a blanket on it with like a heat lamp and everything. So I pull the blanket off and he's looking at it and he like leans in over it and he was just like looking at it and he's like, okay. Then he walks back upstairs the whole way like this over his shoulder. He gets upstairs, he drops it, and he goes, I didn't need the wrecking ball. I was like, yeah, all right. It's good.
So did you guys hear that Gavin's into golden showers?
I heard about no. Meg's in the golden showers, and I think what's
Gavin's into
happening is
receiving
Gavin's
them.
not into them, so she's asking Ryan.
That's true.
Because they were having the golden shower
Because
conversation,
no
and
one
Gavin
sits
said, I'm
between
not into it.
Meg and Ryan. That's
Not
what
on a
it is.
plane.
Yeah,
Not
that's
on a plane.
Standard
No one gets
protocol.
in between them.
They were like, you
Ever.
flying us.
Film
we need
degree
3
right there,
seats.
buddy. Shut up. Somebody said Slotty-O Hybrid
not
said
over
he'll
there.
piss on Meg. Yeah.
I'm broadcasting you now.
Are you magazine?
no.
Periscope! What? You want to go to lunch?
Do you want to creatively direct
Should we-
these 2
Like
videos?
Shane almost seen on camera.
Should we, Gavin, should we go to lunch and where should we go? Don't say where it is, but
right.
just name like a type of food. Whoops.
I went to Vegas with Dan last week, and
Vegas, baby.
Oh, you still have my money, by the way.
do you have change for some?
Do you have change
I'll
for
put it
a
out.
oof?
Yeah, do you have change for
Ken's
$1,000
like,
bill?
yeah,
All I
change
have
for
are
a million.
thousands.
I got $1,000 bill.
Yeah.
So I said to Dan, like, it's lucky if you just slop down 100 on like red or something before you get to your room. It's like a trick. And that's it's bollocks. And I was like,
Yeah, of
I'll do it.
course.
He lost $100. And he was like, all right, now I've got to put down 200 to make the
Make
money
it back, right?
And he kept using that mentality. He ended up 1,000 in the hole.
Wait, before he got to the room?
He lost on roulette 7 times in a row, and twice it was green. It was 0.
Wow. What are the odds of that? Very slim.
Yeah, very slim. And
Like
I
1
felt
in
bad. And then,
61 or something.
but like solidarity, I just went down. I put 100 on red. I won. Right in front of it. And we used that. You snorted I mean, what?
That'll come out
That's
later.
the worst place to start.
Yeah, that's, if you're gonna throw,
leave it.
if you're gonna throw out 2 words, you snorted is not a good 2 words to go with.
I may have snorted with a $100 bill that Gavin won in Vegas. Why did I
you go.
snort? You don't know until the video
could
comes
be
out.
anything.
It could be literally anything.
Like a puppy.
Sorry, I don't know.
No, I'm pretty sure he is. It's Gus.
All I know is I get to hang out with Ryan for a week.
Yay.
Hey, we're gonna drink milk.
We gotta start all over again.
You got a dick farm.
All right, but here's the thing.
That guy's dead, though.
We did break
Not
the record.
Bam.
No,
Oh, we did?
Ryan done, but we broke the record.
220. Look at that. 223.
223 right there.
That's like most of the day on this podcast.
It's more than a quarter of the day.
We're headed towards Jack's weight.
Working your way up there. Working your way up there. Have you seen
They'll
Hateful Eight
slit
yet?
their own throats.
Have I seen it? What?
Hateful Eight.
No, is it
Tarantino.
good?
It's okay.
Have you seen it?
Have you seen the
I saw it in
Ridiculous
70
Six?
millimeter.
What do you mean it's okay? It's fucking
It's
fantastic.
a Tarantino movie. It's
Somebody
very
stop
much
him.
Tarantino movie. Or Gavin's
Go for
gone.
it. We'll be there in a second.
So it's like it's
We'll
it's
get
people
there,
in a room
Gavin.
talking, and it's just conversation. Like here's a scene, two people have a conversation. And it's like here's a scene, two people have a conversation.
Well, it's Tarantino.
It's,
I mean,
it's
yeah.
3.5 hours, right?
Yeah, it is fucking.
It's 3.5
long.
hours.
It's got a
3 hours.
10-minute intermission, at least in the 70 millimeter version.
So we lost Gavin and Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They just left.
They're both going to fight over men. Gavin walked off, and Ryan's like, not on my watch.
Who's she going to lunch with? We don't know. They'll find out in the parking lot.
Oh, you got his jacket on. You got his
Tune
jacket
in
on.
next week in Australia when Jeff, Ryan, and Lindsay tell you who Meg went to lunch with.
There you go. All right. Let's
Thanks
get the
for
hell out of here.
watching.
Bye.
Get out.